Good Morning Night Vale is brought to you by The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine, a new independently produced and crowdfunded 10-episode original audio drama. Set in a deceptively familiar world of electronic surveillance and machine-mediated communication, The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine follows Lydia Ryan and her friends, lovelorn Ethan and wannabe internet sensation Dee, as they struggle to unravel the mystery of her mother's disappearance. Escape the sinister Fontaine family, and survive the feud over her grandfather's supernatural legacy. It weaves bitter family drama and high-stakes intrigue with fantasy and cyberpunk elements to create a surreal mystery about secrets and grudges, old books, big data, and the promise of infinite knowledge. And do not forget the talking birds. It's a full-cast production with original music and a bespoke soundscape presented through a series of found-footage-style surveillance recordings. And it's important to note, this show was made entirely without generative AI. Even the computers are voiced by human actors. Episodes are free, and you can start listening right now with the Season 1 finale due to come out on August 16th. For more information, go to lydiadisappears.com. and find The Disappearances of Lydia Fontaine wherever you get your podcasts and start listening from the beginning.
Insurance isn't one size fits all, and shopping for it shouldn't feel like squeezing into something that just doesn't fit. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they show you options that fit your budget. Enough hunting for discounts, trying to calculate rates, and tinkering with coverages. Maybe you're picking out your very first policy, or maybe you're just looking for something that works better for you and your family. Either way, they make it simple to see your options. No guesswork, no surprises. Ready to see how easy and fun shopping for car insurance can be? Visit Progressive.com and give the Name Your Price tool a try. Take the stress out of shopping and find coverage that fits your life, on your terms. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Paint a picture.
It'll last longer.
Good morning, Night Vale.
Hello, it's me, Meg Bashwiner, friend of you and Deb of Hayes.
It's Hal of the Lublins, friend to you and me.
And it's me, Symphony. And we are here to talk to you about Welcome to Night Vale. We're here to spread the good word. Have you heard about Night Vale? Why are we doing that? Because we are cast members. We love the show. We love each other, and we love you. We are painstakingly going over each and every episode, of course, with our journalistic integrity intact on this day, Tuesday, July 19th, in the year of our Spaghetti Monster 2022.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I just enjoyed watching you. You were like in this pose with your finger up, and I was like, I like that. Maybe that'll be a thing for me. And then I realized I'm not pulling it off as well. This episode's original description was, Councilwoman Flynn takes charge with help from citizen patrols. That's right. It's episode 115, Councilmember Flynn, part 2. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
We're in the meat of this three-parter.
Yeah, thick stew.
In it.
Podcast
This
stew.
triumvirate of me.
I'd like to begin at the beginning of this episode where we talk, we kind of pull through this paragraph that's talking about the dogs.
Yes.
So it's Tamika's 17th birthday. Her dad, D'Angelo Flynn, says she should get a puppy. So just working through this paragraph. First of all, D'Angelo is the name of the station dog in Night Vale. Yep. Night Vale has a station dog named D'Angelo, and D'Angelo Flynn.
Wow.
So we're in a double dog situation.
Feels like a deep
Wait,
cut.
do you think the dog is named after D'Angelo?
I don't know. We'll have to check in on that.
Or does D'Angelo, the singer, exist in the world of Night Vale? Like, these are the real hard-hitting questions.
I hope so. I hope so.
Is he like, how does it You know that song? You know that video? Never mind.
That's my first comment. And then so Tamika thinks about a sweetheart pit bull named Rosie, that's Jessica Nicole, who plays Dana, her dog. She's a pit bull named Rosie.
Very cute.
And then there's a blue heeler mix named Hydrant. Blue heeler, that's Jeffrey Craner's favorite dog, is the blue heeler. And then the shelter manager suggests a German Shepherd, and D'Angelo says no. That's because Joseph thinks that all German Shepherds are anti-Semites.
Oh no.
He says that they can smell that he's Jewish and they bark at him and stuff. So
yeah.
I wrote down, that was one of my first notes. I was like, Tamika gets a dog. And then I wrote down, Joseph hates German Shepherds. Here, proof.
Yep.
I'm showing them my notes. But she settles on the Pomeranian named Lucky, which, if you are a fan of Miss Spears, I immediately sang, "She's so lucky, she's a star." You know that song?
But she cries in her lonely thinking. Yeah.
There's nothing. Gotta love it. Please tell me you're singing at home.
Everybody sing along. Do you think that there are a lot of people who have named their dogs after Night Vale characters?
Yeah.
Yes.
There have to be a lot, right? Or pets.
There's some. I've seen quite a few.
Right. I'm sure now in a future episodes they'll say, Hal, I have a pet salamander who I have named Megan Wallaby. So there are people, like, whenever I make some weird, like, I'm sure there must be XYZ. Sure enough, our listeners come through.
Yes.
To
actually,
take Grandpa to school.
Hal, I don't think they tagged you in this Twitter thing, but you did see when I went to the insectarium in Philadelphia and held that tarantula, correct?
I heard about it. No, I heard I watched your TikTok.
Yes.
And you were like, and I held a tarantula, and I swear I dug a trench in my phone. I swiped up so fast. I've never swiped away fast. I don't even know if I took the time to like it, because I was like, no, do not. If you don't know.
You're hurting my engagement.
Have I talked about this already? No, that tarantula is hurting your engagement. Why? Because they are soulless killers that want nothing more than for people to be gone. This was their planet first, and they are coming for it. So every time you hold one, you're like, oh, they're not that scary. The spider's like, yes, not that scary. Now sleep, my child. There are more.
The reason I mention it is because someone on Twitter, after I posted that, was like, oh, I named my tarantula Steve Carlsberg.
No.
I'm gonna tag you in it.
No. Of course. What have I done? Am I can I ask honestly, of the two of you, we've known each other for a long time. We're close, right? Yeah. I consider you part of my chosen family.
Yeah.
Am I a bad person? Do I deserve this punishment of the creature I fear the most in the world? Like, even the word creeps me out. Pictures of them, I will jump through the window. Like, I can't. Is there something that has this creature bears the name of a character I'm associated with? Is this a punishment? Am I being punished?
No, Hal. You're being honored. No. Because while the spider is terrifying to you, this person has it as their pet and thinks that it's so important that they want to care for it. They want it in their life. It's their chosen family. So it's an honor that they've named it for the beloved character, Steve Carlsberg. Maybe they didn't know that you had such an aversion to them. So
I just imagine I'm going to take Steve Carlsberg for a walk. And then Steve Carlsberg's like creeping on arms. And then, like, what if you lose?
They don't take him for a walk.
Steve Carlsberg gets out. We ate breakfast the other day outdoors, so we're responsible. And at the next table, this woman is talking about, like, they found a tarantula in my house. My housekeeper found it. It had been living in my couch for months. And all I could think was, like, this is close enough to where we live that we may have to run away somewhere. Like, where can we go that I was like, is there one in my couch that I won't know about? And I'll see it like this. The housekeeper saw it on the stairs and started screaming, El Diablo. El Diablo. For those of you who only speak English or speak another secondary language, that means the devil.
How do you not know it's in your couch? I don't know.
There was a snake in my basement.
How do you know? There's a snake in my basement.
You live in the country.
Yeah, I live in the city.
I know it sounds traumatizing, but I like that was what you overheard at breakfast. I'm sure you and Jen were like just rapt listening to that conversation.
I don't even know if it registered with her. And I didn't bring it up afterwards because I didn't want to say the name or talk about it. I didn't want to have a further comment. This is the first time I've mentioned it to anyone. And it just it really put a dent in my meal psychologically.
Oh.
On the plus side, there was a while back, we got a message from someone who works at an animal shelter, and they named the litter of puppies after Night Vale characters.
Oh, see that?
Joseph and I almost adopted Tamika Flynn, but then we didn't because we tried it too much.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was Tamika? Do you remember?
There was some sort of muchular mix.
Muchular.
That's good.
Like
that's
a dog blend.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good that makes good hardy dogs. You know?
Yes.
When you get like the breakfast blend of dogs. It's good. It's good for them. It makes them strong. If I were to get a dog, I would also get a Pomeranian. I love them. I know that they can be like kind of terrors that weigh like 2.5 pounds, but like they're so freaking cute. But when they're like sweet, they're so sweet. And they're just little.
My friend had a very sweet Pomeranian who had alopecia.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah. So he had...
So it just looked like a rat then?
He looked like a chihuahua?
No, he had like the head.
Okay.
His head was fluffy, but his body was missing. And so he would just wear pajamas.
Oh, they didn't do a lion cut?
Mm-hmm.
And then they shaved the body and then put clothes on so that he would stay warm.
Yeah, they didn't shave the body though. That body did it.
Okay, they just let it pat. Yeah, like whatever it is, whatever's happening, it's gonna
self-waxing.
happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I didn't know if it was patchy or if it was entire loss or.
He's no longer with us. May he rest.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah, all of us shalom. May his memory be a blessing.
I like that she held up Lucky also aloft, much like a la Simba in The Lion King.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I do that with Iris a lot.
That's how I imagined it.
I do that with Iris at least once a day.
A baby.
Do you sing the circle? Do you put the berries on?
Yes.
On her? Doesn't he do he does like a mark on Simba's forehead?
She puts the berries on herself every morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. She's old enough.
Yeah.
By the way, my favorite TikTok account is Joseph's, I know I've said this before. I've said this to him. It's always like, all right, Iris, let's see. And it's some filter, but I guess was it today that there was no filter? So it's just sort of, well, here we are just saying hello. It's just wishing you a good day. And I'm wrapped. I'm like, are there no more? They have to create more filters. We have to see.
Wait, he got through all of them?
Well, there just wasn't a new. I guess he didn't find one. I don't know. I don't know the story. I don't know the full story behind it. There wasn't one. There wasn't an immediate one, I guess.
Joseph Fink, a person not willing to use a filter more than once. I did not know that about him. I like that.
Well, once you get the answer, because each one, it's like, all right, Iris, let's see. Mm-hmm. And then you find out, and then we have you have the answer. You don't have to go digging for more.
Right.
She's very accepting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes being like the memes, I want to get everyone. I think they're funny.
Oh, sure. Like, which X are you?
Yeah, which cat meme are you? You know?
Does Night Vale have one of those? Or has there been any thought to those? To like, which Night Vale character are you doing those?
We should do that.
I don't know how to make a filter.
I don't know. Somebody has to know, right?
Someone should.
Some Gen Z listener.
Yeah. Can you make that filter?
Can you make the filter, or can you show us how to do it? Thanks.
Can we go to filter camp?
Thank you. We're smiling. We're all smiling. Big smiles.
Please.
Thank you. Please. Please. Big smiles. The people that were not having big smiles were the Scorpions because they lost the championship.
Wow. Yeah, that hit hard.
Hard loss. And Janice seems very disappointed, even though she leads in assists.
Yes.
Very helpful. Oh, Hal, this is what I wanted to know.
Yes.
What is a pick and roll? Like, what is actually
a pick and roll of basketball is an offensive play where one offensive player sets a screen by standing still with their arms usually up against their body, so you can't use your arms to push or anything. And the person with the ball tries to run the defender into that screen. So that will usually generate a switch. So whoever's defending the person who's screening will switch onto the guard. And then the big person who's setting the screen will roll to the basket. So as soon as I make contact and bump that defender, I head to the basket. And one of two things will happen. Either the guard will beat their new defender for an easy shot, or the roll man, as they're called, the roll person, will receive a pass near the basket for an easy layup or an alley-oop for a dunk. A high pick and roll is executed at the top of the key. That's why it's called a high pick and roll or a top pick and roll.
Key?
The key, so there's the lane, there's that rectangle under the basket, and then that leads to the free throw line, then there's a semicircle above it. That's that whole thing is the key, so the top of the key would be the top of that semicircle. So usually like the top, if you're facing the basket from behind the 3-point line, that's the top of the key. Call it that area.
I always thought that the key looked like teeth marks, like a bite.
Yes, it looks like a bite. So right outside of the mouth where they're going like, pulling the side of the mouth out to make a little loop, that's the top of the key. So they're extended as a high pick and roll because it's happening at the top, high. I explained it better than Steve, though, didn't I?
They go whoosh, and they're like, wham, and they're like, ha.
Yeah, so the defenders go guarding, right? Like this. And then an offensive player comes over and you're like, whoosh. And then the ball handler goes like, Sam. And then they go all, and then boom. And that may be how he draws up plays, too. Maybe that's why they lost.
Honestly, I think that's how Cecil heard it. And that is much how I heard what you just said to me.
Yeah, it just sounded like...
I'm sorry. No. I understood, kind of. And then I was like, they're rolling. They're like... Whoop.
That's every time...
That's good.
What just happened is every time Jennifer asks me a question about Marvel or my Star Wars toys collection, I get so excited. Like it's a moment of, because we never talk about sports, but you're asking me about this. And I'm like, oh, I know. I think I can explain it. And then I get excited because I'm talking about it. And I start thinking about how much I like basketball. And then that happens. And I don't blame you at all for your reaction. There's only a certain amount of information that you're going to care about, and thereby a process. Like I'm working with, everybody knows what all these things are, right? So you just do it here and blah, 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 blah.
I feel like I'd have to, while you were explaining it, see like a diagram or like some sort of like infographic where there's like people and maybe like an animation. Be like, okay, so this guy is doing, you know what I mean? Can you make that TikTok?
Yes, I can probably find you a video of a pick and roll that would make sense. Once you see it executed, it makes a lot of sense what's happening.
Tag me.
And there are people who are really good at explaining what those like that is their whole, but they're in basketball TikTok.
Okay, then maybe people on TikTok will realize that we're friends and not like that because after we had the joke about the tahini thing, people were like, that guy looks like he doesn't even eat tahini. And I was like, that is my friend. Calm down.
I mean, I do look like I don't eat tahini. I get it. I do look like that. But shame on them for judging me on my appearance. Aren't we beyond that? It's 2022, everybody.
Isn't tahini for everyone?
Yeah, tahini is for everyone.
Isn't that what we fought for?
We fought so hard, but a watermelon.
Yeah, we're beyond that, and Michelle is beyond music.
No one listens to music anymore.
Nobody listens.
You're right, exactly. And I love that she was also robbed way before everyone else was robbed. Because that's just so Michelle.
Yes, she has to be the coolest. I also like that she's using gravel as currency.
Yeah. I wish I could use gravel as currency because gas prices, am I right? No, I'm just kidding.
Really? Thanks, Obama.
I wonder though if people who like here when people blame are like, thanks Joe Biden or thanks Obama. Do they say full Joe Biden or do they say thanks Biden? Or do they say anything?
Probably Biden.
They say, let's go, Brandon.
That's probably,
That's dumb.
Let's go, Brandon.
That makes no sense.
It is dumb.
Yeah, it's real dumb.
His name is Joe.
And just say, fuck Joe Biden.
We did it, Joe.
It doesn't even sound like Brandon. Like, Joe Biden doesn't sound like Brandon. Like, why did you, like, you're just so that you don't say the F-U part. Like, you could just say, fuck you. Like, it's cool. Look, fuck you, Joe Biden. The police aren't here.
I say it all the time. Like, listen, we're not that different. You say, let's go, Brandon. I say, fuck Joe Biden.
Right?
Let's break bread.
Let's break bread.
But let's go, Brandon is just not, it's not cool. It's like, stop trying to make fetch happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about it. Anyways, Speaking of that, I wonder if, although Tamika has been walking around like talking to people and making them kind of be like, what's up? Winning people over or whatever, and being like, feeling connected. I feel I did write down Tiny Napoleon.
Well, yeah. What she's wearing.
Because the trichome, the hat, mainly because of the outfit.
The leather riding boots, a tricorn, spike-studded knuckle rings. I was like, yes. Her dark coat with its many pins and stripes and medals and cow flesh.
Mm.
So she has a look.
Now, which of those things do I not have in my wardrobe?
The tricorn.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one. That type of hat, I do not think works for me. But everything else, fashion.
It would work on you.
Not on stage.
I'm imagining it now.
Not on stage because you get a shadow
Not on stage, the shadow.
Oh, on stage. No, you can't do that on stage.
Yeah.
But just like out and about, you mean?
You could wear Napoleon's hat, the one that's like flared out, just either side that doesn't have a brim. Because the tricorner is more of like your revolutionary.
Oh, yeah, like flat and
colonist's hat.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. Plus, like.
What a dumb freaking hat.
Right?
What are we doing here, guys? Who was like, I have a great idea. Everyone should wear this hat.
Isn't it for when it rains, like the water shoots out the ends?
I would imagine so. I was just trying to think about what it was for.
So it doesn't get on your face, I guess? So
yeah, I mean, a lot of hats were like hard up top, like bowlers, stuff like that, were meant to, you get hit on the head with branches as you rode. So it not only did it protect, but you needed a hat that wouldn't come off. So bowler was a little bit better to stay on the head. Tricorn, that thing, if you hit it the right, if you're looking up, you hit a branch, that thing's gone.
Or a strong gust of wind, the wider brim, the bigger the brim, like the more likely you are to lose it to a gust of wind.
Sure.
I, as a person who wears quite large beach hats, I know this to be true.
You do. You're a large beach hat lady.
Oh, I definitely am, because this face sees very little sun.
Yeah, just keep it protected. Keep your youthful skin.
I wear healthy. Too many actives in my serums, and although I do wear a lot of sunscreen as well.
Right, of course.
Anyways, Tiny Napoleon, but we get to hear from some of the people. Frances Donaldson, while I like that she feels like protected, she's also like, who's going to come here? Because this is a bunch of cursed items. Like, if they came there and stole anything, they would get in trouble. Liesel, and then Megan Wallaby. Megan Wallaby's just growing on up.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was born 4 years ago, but she just celebrated her 17th birthday. It's like this whole class of children. Megan, Tamika, Janice. I guess Josh Creighton, too, is also in that age bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Special.
Yeah. All in different ways growing up very quickly.
Yeah.
Including aging 13 years.
Aging 13 years.
In 4 years.
And then
Megan, 17 years.
Megan ends up joining the patrolling crew because she's not sure she can afford college. And isn't that just a metaphor for the military industrial complex?
I was going to say, I'm like, because some people don't have the option or don't have the finances, or parents don't have the finances to send them to college. And if you don't get a full ride scholarship or something like that, like, it's not how it was where people could get a college education for like a handshake and a pinky promise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, the GI Bill becomes your best option.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not ideal. I'm glad people are able to get education. I hope they don't die.
Yeah. Or to have to kill.
You shouldn't have to risk your life or take life
Literally.
to get an education. That shouldn't be the driver. If you are moved to enlist in defense of your country or your land, that is a separate thing that I might not share that drive, but okay. But to have to do it like, this is the only way I can get a college education and get a good job. And even how they sell it, like this idea of, you're a radar tech, and then that takes you into whatever computer science or technology field in the civilian world. It's really bizarre. It's bizarre, that rebranding of the armed forces as like it's the ultimate job fair.
Yeah.
We're a long way from those. Remember the pre-rolls at movies? It was for the Marines specifically, where it was like a knight fighting a dragon, and then the knight.
Yep.
We see that the knight is essentially a Marine because the same, like the sword and the hat and the everything precise. So if like you will slay dragons, that felt more honest. Like you are going into battle, and we will give you a sword. Feels more like that's what this deal is, rather than, you want a job, you want to go to college. We will do that. And I'm not judging anybody who takes that route out of desperation. I don't mean to say that at all. It's just bizarre. It's bizarre and icky.
Yeah, I don't think it's judgment.
Oh, like how they advertise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like empathy for someone being in that situation and being like, this shouldn't be the situation that you're in. College should be free.
Right.
Or in the absence of free, we should be able to maybe have you do some other sort of work for the benefit of humankind instead.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that there's, like providing universal childcare or teaching or, I don't know, any number of things that the world needs. Farming. The world needs to work. Green New Deal. Anyway, Anyway, college should be free because Herschel and Talk, great names for parents, certainly can't afford it.
Yes.
Right.
But by the way, is this the debut of the Obvious Police and the Dog Police? I feel like we've heard of the Secret Police and the Double Secret Police. I don't remember the Obvious Police or Dog Police showing up prior.
Those are definitely new.
Okay, great. The Obvious Police. That tickled me when I heard it.
It's the opposite of Secret Police. It's the Obvious Police.
It's the opposite. There's the obvious. And then the Dog Police, which makes me think of German Shepherds dressed as all I can think of is German Shepherds dressed as police officers, which I imagine would send Joseph into a cardiac event.
Yes.
Oh.
So thank goodness they're not real.
Yes. So the police officers are uninjured, but 2 women are severely wounded by a librarian.
Mm-hmm.
Dan McDowell, the librarian in question.
So they were reading. The 2 sisters were reading, or the two sisters. They were reading Patricia Lockwood's Priest Daddy. Have you guys ever read Priest Daddy?
No, I haven't read it.
I haven't.
It's hilarious. I strong recommend. Very funny.
Is it a memoir one? Is it
yes,
nonfiction? Okay.
Nonfiction, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's very much in your wheelhouse. You read lots of memory.
I used to.
Essay.
I still do.
Yeah.
But since having Iris, I got into reading fiction now. So this past year, I've read like just a ton of fiction. Yeah.
Oh, really?
What are you reading? What's piquing your interest? Like what corner of fiction are you into?
Right now, I'm reading Ken Follett.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reading his books. I've been in that lately. I read a book called Once and Future Witches, and now I'm reading another book by the same author. Mm-hmm. I really liked this year. I really liked Circe, that book. Really liked that one. Yeah, a lot of fiction.
How fun.
Nice.
I'm gonna bring you another book. It's technically not for you, but you will be reading it. It is called Noodles No Bones Day. For the baby. So
she will love that.
Look
she
forward
loves
to
to read.
Look forward to that. I
She
guess
loves
it's
dogs.
it's nonfiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should send you. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send you the book that my mother read me a ton when I was a kid. That I love.
What book?
I'm gonna send that. I'm gonna send it to you. It's called "But No Elephants." Are you familiar with that story? About the old lady who keeps allowing animals to come live in her tiny home, except for the elephant.
Oh.
So she keeps saying no elephants. The elephant gets sad. It gets snowy. The elephant's covered in sad. She eventually lets the elephant in, and it's way too crowded. But the elephant puts his legs through the bottom of the house. Spoiler alert, everybody. It's been out for decades. It's older than I am. And walks the house to the beach. So then they live happily ever after on the beach because she allowed the elephant in. They each brought something different. Each animal brought a different gift into her home, like something that they could do to make life better, including the elephant.
Well, that's similar to our episode where Tamika, trying to make everyone's life better, makes the curfew earlier because of this, to protect everyone from the librarians, which, scarier, but people are trying to trust. But if you join the police, you don't have to follow the curfew, which may or may not be a problem. Coming up here. So, yeah. But Cecil is fine with staying in because he trusts Tamika, and he's filling himself up with ideas for what to do at home. And one of which I believe includes smoking the devil's lettuce.
I mean, we're not saying for sure one way or the other, but it does seem like there are some jazz cigarettes in his future.
I think so.
The devil's lettuce.
Some vegetation that's totally legal. It's kale, you guys. He's going to be massaging some kale.
It's just kale.
I actually saw Cecil Baldwin massage kale recently. He's never done it before. He did all right.
You got to get in there. Just massaging that kale.
Massage the kale. That just makes me want to go get a scalp massage.
I just got a massage. Joseph and I did a couples massage.
Oh, how was it?
It was great. We were there, and then two gentlemen, our masseurs, walked up to us, and they were like, "Are you Meg and Joseph?" And we were like, "Yeah." And this guy, who was my masseur, was no joke, like 6'5", 320. Like, he was a brick shit house, and he beat the shit out of me, and it was great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Joseph was like, there was one point where I think he was putting his whole body weight on my spine, and
oh, Toby.
Sometimes you need that, though, to mush you back into shape.
We did. We both really needed it. Yeah.
What kind of pressure do you like?
I was like somewhere between a Swedish massage and a deep tissue, and he was like, okay, but it was still like, which is what I needed. You don't want to back off of that.
He of mice and men to your back.
Yeah.
He's trying to
pet.
Yeah.
My back was a tiny rabbit. Anyway.
Yeah, he was trying to pet the rabbit.
Yeah.
Well.
But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Joseph and I and Iris went on a little vacation. So.
That's cute.
Iris didn't get a massage.
Next time.
She stayed with her babysitter.
Good. Babies can really just take up all the attention when they get their little baby massage.
She gets I give her a baby massage every night, and she does not enjoy it. She enjoys it, but she's like too busy trying to figure out other stuff. And I'm like, just relax and let me put lotion on you and sing to you. And she's just like, yeah, but I have to flip over and look at other things.
You're like, do you realize this is a $250 service?
Yeah. No other time in your life is someone going to, right before you go to bed, rub lotion on you and sing to you quietly.
That's true.
Well, it depends on what kind of relationship that you get into.
Yeah.
That's also true.
I think you could pay a person to do a lot of things, too. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, like, could you pay a bedtime assistant? A person who just, like, comes and they tuck you in?
Isn't that part of the fun? Oh, yeah. There are people who do cuddles. Did you know about that? You can pay people to cuddle. They're like, so I'm imagining
something kind of like that. It's
That's
just
kind
like
of a dangerous way to make money.
But then you'd have to like let them lock out. Like that would be complicated because you're like, I would just want to go to sleep.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be cuddled by a stranger before bed.
At the end of 45 minutes, they're like, hey, wake up. I have to leave. I got a 4 o'clock. Are you relaxed? Hey.
If there was someone who would like floss my teeth and brush my teeth and wash my face and put the lotion on my face for me while I just laid there, that would be fine.
Right.
You need like a valet, like an old school, like Downton Abbey, one of those ladies that, you know, that the ladies would have, and they like brush their hair and like clean them up and like take their makeup off and then they put their hair. That would be great.
Yeah.
Too poor. Anyways.
And then we get this cliffhanger at the end of this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was one thing I wanted to touch on before we left this episode. So we to mention that Tamika's father lost his job working at an auto shop or doing something in that
factory.
Right? Yes, factory. Yeah. And then there is all this things about how
the
her
robot
dad
word
is warning of the robot apocalypse and the robots taking over. So I just wanted to make sure we commented on that in Tamika's home life, there is this person who's like the robots, as maybe a metaphor for having your job taken over by a machine. Anyway, if only a machine could take over our job.
No.
Can you imagine? Just be like,
they're like, analyze episode 115. Ha ha ha. Pie, shower pie. Ha ha ha.
Food.
Colon hydrotherapy.
Does not compute.
You're like, I made my supercomputer listen to all 115 episodes of Good Morning Night Vale, and this is what it came up with. I programmed bots to listen to blah, blah, blah. Food. Right, diner, pie.
This is what I would say is about as a bot. I'd say up next, we hear from fans and friends of the podcast about their theories, comments, and questions. But first, a conversation about this episode's weather, which is TMI by Josie.
TMI, too much information.
Yeah.
I thought it was very smooth. I was like, ooh, smooth. And it was kind of like a fun little ditty. I liked it. What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was pretty different than what we normally get in the weather. It felt like we don't really get a ton of like R&B or soul. And welcomed. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. It sounded cool. I dug it. I liked listening to it. I liked the mood of it. It sounded gorgeous. She's a great voice.
Yep.
Very refreshing is what I would say. Like in terms of it being a shift from the norm in weathers.
Oh, like genre style.
Yes. Refreshing in that way.
Great. So, you know what I realized? We've never we're just like, okay, yeah, we listen to the weather, but it's not like we're rating it or anything, but we're just like, yeah, I like it or I don't like it. But I guess on a scale, I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. Informations.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think I'd give it an 8 informations for me.
Nice.
I'll give it a 7.5 to split the diff.
Too much information.
Josie is a singer from Cote d'Ivoire.
Ooh. Cool.
Yeah. And she makes a lot of music. You can follow her on the internet.
Is she
You've
still
heard of it.
currently making music?
Yes, she is. She is. You can check out her
Nice.
Instagram. She's a popular world music artist who combines coupe de calle, Afro zouk, R&B, soul, Afro dance, Congolese rumba, and Afro folk.
Nice.
She began singing at the age of 8. And that's
Early.
what I know about Josie.
Although every time I read Josie or you're saying Josie, I think Joseph Fink, but Joseph Fink is not from Cote d'Ivoire.
Nope. He's from Camarillo,
California.
California. But yeah, that's what I call Joseph Fink, is Josie. So isn't that cute?
I enjoyed it very much. Yes.
That's cute. You know what else is cute
What?
and delicious and piping hot out of the oven right now? The FanZone Calzone.
Bow, bow, bow.
Stay right there. Good Morning Night Vale will return after a brief break.
Lately, I've been all over the place. Between touring, dog sitting, and traveling, my routine has become non-existent. Now that my travel schedule has slowed down, I need to get back to eating real food and not just grabbing what I can when I can. And Factor is making that easier for me. Factor meals are ready in 2 minutes and require little to no prep and no cleanup. So even on the days when my schedule is completely out of whack, eating well is still achievable. Like today, I had 3 meetings and a client. By the time I was done, I was hungry and I just needed to eat. So I grabbed the Beurre Blanc filet mignon with Parmesan risotto and it was delicious. I was amazed at how tender it was and how flavorful the risotto was and saved me from having to pick something up quick. And in 2 minutes, I had something healthy, fresh, and delicious. So if you like fast, easy, and delicious meals, I think you would like Factor meals too. Let's eat real. Head to factormeals.com/GMNV50OFF and use code GMNV50OFF to get 50% off and 1 free breakfast item per box for 1 year, while supplies last until 10/31/2026. That's code GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. GMNV50OFF at factormeals.com. See website for more details.
I'll kick it off. First slice goes to me. Sabrina writes, "Hi! My headcanon is that Night Vale's librarians were created by a coven that work at the library to protect it from the city government. Information and books are suppressed in Night Vale, so it makes sense that a source of facts would be a target. In episodes, references are made to overdue books, which would not be present if someone wasn't running the library."
Mm.
That makes sense. They're like golems, but specifically of the library. And for that reason, it's sort of like they've gone wrong, like Ultron. Like, to protect the library, we must kill anybody who tries to take the books. Like, they're protectors of the books, not
Right.
of people who read or anything like that. So they're just these ferocious beasts that if you come near the books, you will be destroyed. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Do you know what I'm doing? You know that account, right?
Wait, I thought it was from like Kath and Tell Me.
No.
What?
It's the cowboy. It's like a cowboy guy who just reacts to things when something weird happens. He just goes, "What?" But he'll duet side by side. So they'll go like, "This is where I make, this is a brownie recipe." He just goes, "Makes sense," just to set up the point where he goes, "What?" He also will say, "What the dog doing?" or "What the baby doing?" Because something weird will happen with a dog or baby in the background of a video.
Nice.
I'll send links to everybody afterwards. Who I'm talking to, not the audience.
No, to the listeners as well. Each one of them.
Oh, okay.
Up next in the Calzone, we have Nate. Nate writes, listening to The Librarian, bought it on Bandcamp on Friday, had the Night Vale theory for a while. Librarians are like police in our world. I don't want to say more. ACAB, Nate.
ACAB, Nate. Kristen writes to us, Hello, Tri-hosts. I don't have a particular upcoming episode in mind, but I am a librarian, and I keep saying that one of these years I need to come to work on Halloween as a Night Vale librarian. I find the vagueness of the descriptions of the librarians to be both a blessing in terms of freedom and a curse in terms of lack of inspiration for what I might do, especially because I have difficulty visualizing things. Because I am sure you have seen your respective shares of cosplay, I'm wondering, what do you think the distinguishing characteristics of Night Vale librarian costumes should be? I feel like there's got to be lots of sharp things. I always feel like whenever we're talking about a librarian attack, there's like teeth or fangs or nails or like, so I feel like you need something sharp, like even like scissors, like something that is just like visibly dangerous and like pointy sharp.
I always imagine the ring wraiths as they're portrayed in the Lord of the Rings films. Just sort of like fast and scary and spindly and made of something that once might have been living.
I imagine some semblance of the alien.
Oh, the xenomorph
from Alien. Yeah. Like, because a few times there's been like mention of caudal spine and things like that. So I'm like, there's like some sort of like spine like that is visible. It's like, there's also been mention of like where eyes should be and things like that. So I feel like it's like a mix between, like, in my mind, like a Predator style thing and Alien style thing, monster thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean,
that's a good one.
I also think that you should carry a copy of Helen Hunt's biography, because that is the only book.
There's so many copies.
So many copies.
Right.
All right. And on that note, thank you all so very much for listening to Good Morning Night Vale and to Welcome to Night Vale. The next episode is Council Member Flynn Part 3.
Woo!
Bring it to the end. But until then, good morning, Night Vale. Good morning.
Good Morning Night Vale is a Night Vale Presents production. It is hosted by Symphony Sanders, Meg Bashwiner, and Hal Lublin. It is edited by Felicia Dominguez and mixed by Vincent Cacchione. It is produced by Meg Bashwiner. Theme music by Disparition. Email us at info@goodmorningnightVale.com to share your theories and ask questions, or to tell me why. This show is powered by our patrons, like Sean Harvey, Shannon McGurk, Shadowside, Sarah Sherman, and Robert Nielsen. If you're interested in supporting this show in exchange for lots of fun, exclusive, insider, hyper cool kid content, check us out at patreon.com/goodmorningnightVale. For more info on this show, go to goodmorningnightVale.com and follow us on Facebook and on Twitter at Night Vale Chat. Special thanks to Joella Knapp, Jeffrey Craner, and Joseph Fink. Calzone ingredient of the week is melty popsicle, but make it fashion.